That's right, this is it, The Big Show, live to the nation. My name is Nicholas Paul Margerison. Hello and welcome to the show. 0845 688 1052 is the number. Call the show, me and you, talking about stuff. First of all, let's talk to Rach. Is it Rach or Roch in Croydon? Rach, you're on... Roach. Hello, Roach.
Yeah. How you doing?
Yeah, man, I'm not bad. What have you called us to tell us?
Well, I'm just calling to talk about Scientology. I mean, I've listened to your interview with the... I've forgotten the chap's name. But,
the Scientologist guy. Chris Rapson was his name, yeah.
Chris Rapson, right. Well, I mean, it's very interesting. I thought a lot of what he said was very contradictory, and actually the way he answered his questions wasn't all that great. One thing I picked up on was his belief that Scientology has a religious status in this country. And I'll quote from a United States...
I think it was the European Union that he was talking about, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a United States report, International Religious Freedom Report 2007. Part of the report was...
Well, hang on, listen. Now, I don't have these reports in front of me, so I can't get involved in working out things like that. But let me ask you this. I'm interested, Roach. Why is it important whether or not it's a religion? I mean, I don't understand it. I don't know. I mean, you know, why is it important?
Well, I mean, one thing that's particularly irritating is the tax-exempt status, despite the fact that the government hasn't classified the Church of Scientology as a religious institution.
Right. So if you're a religion, you get tax-exempt status.
Yeah, I mean, most religious institutions are classified as charities, as the advancement of religion is considered to be a charitable purpose.
Right,
so
I see. So that's one of the
exempt
reasons that it's important. I mean, the thing is, as far as I'm aware, I mean, I don't know about you. I'm not a religious person. I'm an atheist. But I've always thought that often what you're talking about with religion is you're playing a numbers game. You know, so if you and I decided to set up a religion and we ran off and said, let's set up the religion of Roach, then, you know, if it was just maybe 2 or 3 of us, it wouldn't be a religion. But if the whole world said, yeah, man, Roach is ace and he's our god, then that would make it a religion. Is that right?
Well, I mean, I think the definition of religion is very, very difficult to put a finger on. But the fact that the government refused to, it's actually a refusal to recognise it as a religion.
No, listen, we can't quote people who aren't here and can't, you know, say what they're saying. I can only get your opinion on these things.
I mean, there's government court records of transcripts of court conversations, you know.
Okay. Well, listen, Roach, thanks for your call, man. Good to talk to you. 0845 688 1052. That's the phone number. Call the show. Me and thee, live to the nation. Give me your opinion about stuff. Don't read out court records to me. I can't verify court records and stuff like that. It's doesn't, you know, much easier if you just like give me your opinions and rather than reading me court records. That's just not going to work out for me. All right, so 0845 688 1052. That's my phone number. And let's move on. Let's take another call. And let's talk to Gary in Kent. Gary, you're on Kerrang. Welcome to the show.
You're right, mate. You're right, Nick.
Yeah, I'm not bad, man. I'm a little bit disappointed that we haven't had anyone from... There's like an internet group that's keen against Scientology called Anonymous, and we haven't had anyone... Listen, I don't know about that, but I'm disappointed that I haven't had anyone from that group calling yet. But apart from that, I'm all right. What have you called us to tell us?
Well, I actually have 2 things, Nick. The first one I'm not too sure if you can let me say, so don't hang up on me.
No, I've got a dump button. I'll use that.
All right. The first is proof that they believe in a Lord called Zeno.
Is this guy going to cut himself off? He teases. He goes, I got some amazing stuff. I don't know if you're going to be able to broadcast it. And then his phone starts packing in. Are you still with us?
Hello? Hello?
Yes, right.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you, mate. Yeah.
You're right, yeah.
That would have been pretty impressive. Go on,
do you want me to play their leader, L. Ron Hubbard, talk about Zeno, not allowed?
Well, he's not their leader, is he? He's not with us anymore.
He's the creator. Do you want me to play that? Because I have the actual voice clip of him talking about Zeno.
Right. Well, no, we'd better not play that because we can't verify that, and neither can you as well. I mean, if it's someone's voice. Okay, so we can't have that. Go on, tell us what you think then about what you've got.
So anyway, I had an experience with one Scientologist. I was in Brighton, and I took a stress test.
Right, is that the personality test thing that he was talking about?
Well, basically, you hold 2 cans, and then they basically tell you about your personality, and they basically say well, we can help you with the things that's wrong, if you get what I mean.
Okay, so you met some people who gave you a stress test, right?
Yeah, and they said that they could help me with like my personality and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And they kept trying to force Dianetics on me, which is their book, like their self-help book.
Right. Well, yeah, in your opinion, I mean, they offered you a copy of it, right?
Yeah, and he wouldn't like drop it when I said no, I didn't want to buy it, but he just kept trying to force it upon me.
Almost like he had a religious faith in it.
Yeah, and anyway, I got in one little fight, and my mum got scared and said, "You move with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air."
Top man. Listen, thanks for calling. Gary in Kent. He got in one little fight, and his mum got scared. He moved off with his auntie and his uncle and lived in Bel Air. How about that? Is he ever going to run around and desert us, though? That's the question. It's difficult to tell. Let's take some calls. Yeah, okay. Right. David in Croydon, you're on Kerrang. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hello.
I just wanted to correct something that you said earlier about the things we wear.
About the what?
About the things we wear. The Alan Moore things we wear.
The Alan Moore masks. Oh, right. Are you a member of the Anonymous group? Right.
I am a member of the group. We do wear these for a few reasons. First and foremost, they're actually frightening to people. The whole smiling face image is quite attention-grabbing if you're in the street. Secondly, for our own protection, we don't want any member of Scientology to see our faces because they have a fair history of doing something they call fair gaming to people. Right,
which we asked him about. I see. Fair game. Well, listen, I understand people's need to be anonymous. That makes sense to me. David, thanks for your call. I understand people's need to be anonymous when it comes to criticising things. I mean, God, listen, I do a radio show. I've had my fair share of critics who turn up at my workplace. I'm not having to go specifically at the people that turned up recently, but man, that happens a lot. I got some emails here that I'm going to read out to you. Earlier on, we had a guy in who was a Scientologist, and then we had lots of calls about that. And we got an email here. This is from the group that opposes Scientology called Anonymous. And it says, Jesus, you are such an effing moron. It makes me wonder if you aren't an effing scion yourself. After all, you are the kind of idiot they love to attract. Got a bit of fame, got a bit of money, and too effing retarded to realise you are being sucked in. Keep on masturbating on the radio, you effing joke.
Oh dear.
They like you.
Loves it.
So
not a happy chappy.
Got another email here. I'm a member of Anonymous who are protesting against Scientology. There's a very large protest against Scientology. And then they give the date, which I'm not going to read out. And how about you come along and do some interviews and experience Anonymous? I think I might give that a rest, actually.
Well, after the last email, yeah.
Don't like you very much.
However, they've got me down to a T. Also, there will be cake.
Oh, I'm going.
See,
I'm there.
Exactly.
See, I'm there now.
It's hard to tell. Okay, then we've got another email here. This Scientologist guy is boring. Can we have a bit more of the soup-stirring robot?
Yes!
See, I'm friends with that person who sent that email.